This miner comes with its risks, but with the low upfront costs, it might be worth it. The prices of ASIC miners have dropped significantly, and if you go over to Goldshell, you can go and find yourself this Goldshell LB box with power supply for $205 US. This is a miner I ordered a couple weeks ago, just arrived. We'll be setting this up today, so let's take a look. All right. Let's open this one up. This LB box miner does not come with a power supply. The one online does. The one I ordered a few weeks ago did not come with it. We're going to just open it up and you can take a look inside here. So we have the protective foam on it and it looks like it comes with a welcome card. And if we open up the miner itself, it has 2 fans on the back. It looks like the other box miners. And if we flip it around, it has the 6-pin adapter and Ethernet. This one does not come with the Wi-Fi adapter like the other boxes. So there it is. Pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to be plugging this into my network rack. I have my Dogecoin and my KD Box Pro already here. Added a new shelf so I can plug this one in. All I have to do is plug in the Ethernet cable and then plug in the 6-pin power adapter. And I'm using the Bitmain 1200 watt power supply. This will allow me to plug up to 4 miners on one unit, and that's going to help me save up on a lot of space. Now that everything's plugged in, let's just jump over to my desk. So I just plugged in my miner and I'm going to go to find.goldshell.com as these miners just boot up right now to find my miner that I just plugged in, which is the LB box. And it's right over here. You can see that it found it immediately. Currently it's set up as DHCP. In order for us to log in, we just have to click on the settings button right over here. And it's going to jump over to the website. So everything's in Chinese right now. We're just going to switch the language up here at the top to English so I can read it. And now what we want to do is unlock the device. You can see it's locked right now. So we're going to click on this link up here at the top. And the hard-coded username is admin. And then the password is just going to be 123456789. Once you have that entered, you can go ahead and click on unlock. And Google hates this password. I'm not a fan of that password either. So the first thing we're actually going to do after logging in is changing the password. And to change the password, we're going to go over to the system option over here on the left-hand side. And we have the option to change the password over here. So we're going to type in the current password, which is again 123456789. And then we're going to type in our own password. I would definitely recommend alphanumeric, more than 8 characters. Throw some special characters in there as well. And let me go ahead and type that in. So I'm going to enter my password here and enter my password here. And then I'm going to click on change. So our password has just been changed. And now it wants us to unlock the miner again. This is part of the verification process. So again, the admin is hard-coded in here as the username. And then we're going to go ahead and type in our password, our new password. And then we're going to click on unlock. And now what we want to do is just check out the miner itself. And I'm just going to scroll up here to the top. You can see that we have the DHCP IP configuration up here, and that's enabled. If you uncheck that, you can go ahead and put in the IP address. Now, the reason why you'd want to put in an IP address here and make it static is just in case you do a firmware update or you're having problems with the miner and then you decide to unplug it and plug it back in, your miner might give it a different IP address. By putting in a static IP address, the address for this device never changes and you can easily find it. If we go over to the mining section over here on the left-hand side, you can see that there's a default one already entered in. That's by DXpool. I'm already mining for whoever this is, and I don't know who this is. I'm assuming it's a Goldshell account. So I can go ahead and remove that. And now what I want to do is go ahead and add a miner. So I'm going to click on the add button over here. In this example, what I'm going to be using is DXpool. Let me know in the description what pool you're using. I'm definitely looking at all options and I'm willing to explore different ones. So I'm interested to know what you're using. Again, in this one, I'm going to be using DXpool. I already have an account. It makes it simple and easy for me. I'm going to go ahead and select that, and it's going to auto-populate the URL. Next, what I'm going to do is log into DXpool. So we're at the dxpool.com website. I'll make sure I link that in the description below. I'm going to go over to pool, and then we have the LBC right over here. My miner is not online, but I'm going to be adding it in just a moment. And you can see that we have the URL information down here at the bottom. I'm just going to double check and make sure it matches. So here it is, ss.dxpool. Okay, so it matches the first one. That's good. And now over here at the bottom, we're going to be using the creative worker in the form of CryptoJar. So it's going to be the username and then dot and worker ID. And then we can set any password that we want. So I'm going to switch it back over to my miner. So the username is CryptoJar. And then I'm going to put a dot and then a unique number to identify this one. I'll just put in 003 and then I can put in a password. Okay, I'm going to just enter in my password over here. And then I can go ahead and click on the apply button. So this will take a few moments for it to connect to the server. You can see that we're gray right now. Once we see this icon over here change to green, that means our miner is online and we can check out the stats. Okay, so we can see that my icon has turned green. I'm online right now. And then if I go over to the manage miner for DX pool, it should populate here in a moment. I'm just going to refresh the page. There we go. So it just jumped online and you can see it's active. It has just started and you can get some statistics here for your hash rate. So the hash rate for this miner is going to jump all over the place. It's going to increase, decrease, and then it's going to level out. Give it about an hour or so for that to populate over here, and you can find out what your hash rate is going to be. And if I go back over here to my miner, I'm going to go to the home section, and you can see I just got a spike over here with my hash rate jumping right back up here to the top, and it's about 173 gigahashes. This again will fluctuate dramatically as the miner is booting up and connecting to the pool. But that is it. That is how you get your miner installed, connected. Again, let me know what pool you're using because I'm interested in that. Might be jumping around and testing out other pools. I know DX pool has a fee of 3%. There's other pools out there that are lower, and that's what I'll be checking out a little bit further just to optimize my profitability. If you found this video useful, please smash that like button. If you want to look for more guides and more tutorials like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.